This week's first chapter, What is Juneteenth? By Kirsti Jewel. On June 19th, 1865, a group of enslaved men, women, and children in Texas gathered around a Union soldier and listened as he read the most remarkable words they would ever hear. They were no longer enslaved. They were free. The inhumane practice of forced labor with no pay was now illegal in all of the United States. This news was cause for celebration, so the group of people jumped in excitement, danced, and wept tears of joy. They did not know it at the time, but their joyous celebration of freedom would become a holiday, Juneteenth, that is observed each year by more and more Americans. What is Juneteenth? June 19, 1865. There had been whispers throughout Galveston, Texas, that a paper had been signed, a paper granting freedom to all enslaved people across the southern states. The people of Texas were the last to hear the news that had changed all of the United States. It was 1865, and Black people had suffered under slavery for more than 200 years. Most northern states had outlawed slavery by this time. However, in the South, it was legal, and white people with money continued to use the forced, unpaid labor of Black people to grow even richer. Although there were several different stories about what actually happened on June 19th, 1865, the one that is most often told says that everyone in town, Black people and the white people who'd enslaved them, were told to gather at Ashton Villa. It had been the headquarters for the Southern Army during the Civil War, a war fought for 4 long years between northern and southern states. Some Black people at Ashton Villa had hopes that the war might be over. For some time, the North seemed to be winning. Perhaps that explained why there had been sightings of the U.S. colored troops, a unit of Black soldiers fighting with the Union Army, marching through Galveston. If the North had won the war, what would this mean for southern states, and most of all, for Black people? Now Major General Gordon Granger walked onto the balcony overlooking the crowd. He read a handwritten note. Its official name was General Order Number 3, which summarized the famous document known as the Emancipation Proclamation. To emancipate people means to set them free. He said, "The people of Texas are informed that, in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, President Abraham Lincoln, all slaves are free." Free. As soon as Granger said the word free, Black people cheered and shouted in jubilee. They were full of joy, because with one sentence, Black people learned that they were no longer the property of their white enslavers. The proclamation recognized them as free human beings. People began to dance. Some exclaimed, "Hallelujah!" Others hugged each other and cried. Freedom was a dream that many thought would never come true. What they didn't know was that the Emancipation Proclamation had been signed on January 1st, 1863. It took almost 2.5 years for the people of Galveston to find out the news that had changed the future of the United States. Why did it take so long for the enslaved people in Texas to find out about the Emancipation Proclamation, as well as the Union victory 2 months earlier? Location was one reason. Among the Confederate states, Texas was the farthest away from the action of the war. So as Northern troops began winning the war, some enslavers left eastern and southern states, such as Louisiana and Alabama, and moved to Texas. There they started new plantations, very large farms. They brought along the enslaved people they owned to work their new land. One formerly enslaved man named Louis Love remembered having to leave New Orleans, Louisiana, suddenly after Northern soldiers took over the city. Love's enslaver knew that if his workers were freed, he'd have to pay them. The very next morning, Love said, that about 300 enslaved people were ordered onto wagons and moved to Texas. In Galveston and other parts of Texas, many white people had already heard about the Emancipation Proclamation. However, they purposely kept the news from enslaved people. They wanted to continue having free work for as long as possible. Also, there hadn't been many Union soldiers in Texas to let Black people know about the Emancipation Proclamation. Even after General Granger made his announcement in Galveston, there were other cities in Texas where it took even longer to hear the news. June 19, 1865, would soon become a holiday celebrated by all Black Americans across Texas and the South. Decades later, it would be honored across the country. A day of jubilee, as it was often called, for all Americans. A holiday named by blending the words June and 19th. Juneteenth. Tempe Cummings. A formerly enslaved woman named Tempe Cummins always remembered the story her mother told of learning about her freedom. In 1865, Cummins' mother lived in Brooklyn, Texas. It is almost 200 miles from Galveston. One day, she overheard a conversation between the husband and wife who held her in bondage. They weren't going to tell the Black people that they were free until after another crop season or two were over. Cummins recalled that when her mother heard that, she slipped out of the chimney corner and cracked her heels together 4 times, shouting, "I's free, I's free." Then she ran to the field and told all the other enslaved people, and they quit work. That was the end of slavery on one plantation. Sign up for a library card and find this book on Cloud Library using the links below in the description.